where news comes first. This is WECT First at 4, streaming live on WECT.com and the WECT News app.
Smoke was going all the way. You couldn't even see to the light. And then the next thing we know, a gentleman next to me was calling the fire department. There were flames coming out of the top of the building.
Fire rips through a shop at Wrightsville Beach, sending smoke and flames into the sky. Our live team coverage starts now on WECT News First at 4. WECT's Bill Murray is learning more about the fire and how it started, and Katie Garner is finding out about the history of the building and that business. First, let's go to Bill. So any word yet, Bill, on what may have caused this?
No, they think it may have started in the back room, Ashley, and I can tell you what's happening right now. As you can see, the good news for everybody who's been fighting this fire is 3 hours plus in. For the most part, the fire is out. A lot of the fire equipment has been pulled away. There is one random fire truck there to kind of check on the hot spots, but we can tell you as this approaches the beach here at Kings across from the Johnny Mercer Fishing Pier, this part of East Salisbury Street completely shut down at Lumina. You will find all kinds of fire trucks and hoses there just blocking off traffic to keep some of the beachgoers and onlookers away, because again, this is still an active scene. A lot different than it was earlier today, with just plumes of smoke that you could see from miles away. I can tell you what's left now is sort of a haze and a very thick smell at this point. The flames shot up very quickly, feet from people who were staying at the beach. Again, this is Kings right off of East Salisbury Street, right there at the base of the beach going into the pier. One person who saw the thing right away ran in. It just scared her to death.
It was heavy and it was billowing, and so it was hard. You couldn't, when I took my first breath, you couldn't breathe that in. It was stagnating. So dropping where there was clear air was the smart thing to do.
She made it out helping other people. You know, I talked to the police chief earlier today. He said SBI called in just as a precaution. There is an agent who lives close by and was given a heads up just as an arson investigation as this continues. But as of right now, according to the chief, this does not appear suspicious. Reporting live in Wrightsville Beach, Bill Murray, WECT News.
All right, thanks, Bill. Katie Garner is live now in Wrightsville Beach as well, looking at the history of Kings. So, Katie, I understand this is not the first fire that's happened at that business.
That's right, Ashley. In fact, a couple of years ago, a fire erupted right here at Kings. You can see another fire obviously erupted today. It's all because of electrical wiring. Now, Kings was warned to upgrade their electrical wiring, which the chief of police tells me they did, and it was enough to open, but it looks like after today, it just was not enough to prevent a fire like this. Now, Kings has a lot of history here at Wrightsville Beach, so I actually want to bring in Tim Owens right now. He's with me, the town manager. Tim, talk to me a little bit about the building. It's been here for a long time. It's definitely a staple in this town.
Sure, it's been here since 1955, and obviously it's probably a total loss at this point.
When did the fire start this morning?
You know, it happened about 12:30, somewhere around there. I'm just happy that everybody got it, you know, they got it in control, everybody's safe. They didn't have any, spread of the fire, so I'm glad everybody's safe. It was a group effort by everybody, you know, Wilmington, New Hanover County, fire department, police department, the whole group did a good job.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for speaking with me today. And I do want to point out one more thing. You can see Kings right now. Firefighters, they're not actually visible with what you're looking at, but they are inside the building. And we've been here all morning long following this. And what I can tell you is in the last few minutes, this is the first time the officers have been able to get in, the officers and firefighters, to the building. Now, coming up at 5, we're going to talk with the fire chief, and at 6 with the police chief. One thing I do want to mention, though, Seagull Street, Salisbury Street, and a strand of the beach right in front of Johnny Mercer Pier, all going to be closed tonight while the investigation into this fire continues. Reporting in front of Kings, I'm Katie Garner for WECT News.
A popular spot for decades gone. Team coverage tonight of that massive fire in Wrightsville Beach that is still smoldering at this hour. WECT's Bill Murray and Katie Gardner have been on the scene all day speaking with fire investigators and witnesses who saw the building go up in flames. Kings, which is located on East Salisbury Street, has been there for years. Let's head out now to Katie. She's standing by with the latest on the investigation. Katie?
Fran, you know, if you come to Wrightsville often or if you live here, Kings is a staple spot to get some fun things for the summer. Well, now it has been burned down, and I want to bring in the chief of police, Daniel House, right now. You are with the Wrightsville Beach Police Department. Talk to me a little bit, because we know with this fire that started a little before noon, it's going to cause some closures tonight. What specifically in this area is closing?
Yeah, what we're going to do is close off all of Salisbury Street extension. That's all the way from Lumina to the end where the beach is. All that area, we're going to close off Siegel Street, all of that, all the way to the beach strand. And we'll have that roped off all night. We'll have people monitoring the area to make sure nobody's here. That's to keep people safe and keep in case the fire does pop back up or something to that effect. We'll also, tomorrow, we know we'll have a busy day, so what we'll try to do is at least open parts of the parking lot for parking, but it'll be limited, so just keep that in mind if you're coming to the beach.
Okay, and we know that we've seen the fire kind of ignite on and off since noon. They're doing a great job of fighting it, but one thing I know people are going to be curious about, it's a Friday night. Beach bars could potentially be pretty packed. I mean, what do you recommend for that and everybody that might be going?
Well, again, our main downtown area near Stone Street is going to be fine, not going to be affected. Only the bars that are up on this end will be affected. And again, we're going to have the street closed off, so there's only going to be a limited amount of traffic that's going to be allowed to come through. We're also closing off that part of the beach strand near the pier to keep people from inadvertently coming in. So it'll be well marked, fenced off, and again, we'll have officers probably and firefighters in the area.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for your time. Stay safe. But right now, I do want to show people what we've been looking at all day. In fact, take a look behind me. There is a van that has been parked since this fire started. You can see that side of the van is completely charred. We are showing you that right now, while the rest of the van is the white paint color that it originally came in. So that's how serious this fire was. Also want to show you the inside of the building right now. That is King's. I can tell you that just before 4 o'clock, firefighters were actually finally able to go inside that building, and that's what's been going on. But the inside is completely destroyed, and I am told right now by Chief House and Town Manager Tim Owens, it is believed that this fire was electrical. Now, it is protocol for the SBI to come out and investigate, so they're here, but they don't believe any foul play or suspicious activity is what's causing this fire. Reporting right now in front of King's, I'm Katie Garner for WECT News.
Thanks, Katie. Today's warm weather making for a picture-perfect day to go to the beach, many of them getting up and getting a close personal look at the flames as firefighters got on the scene and tried to contain it. WECT's Bill Murray has been speaking with witnesses and beachgoers all afternoon. Bill, a lot of emotion out there tonight. A lot of folks have been going to that place for decades.
You're absolutely right, Fran. A lot of tears, a lot, and I mean a lot of pictures, and also a lot of nerves. You can understand why, because this building and this business have been here for a very long time, been here for years, and so it really hit people hard. You can imagine the fear and frustration for a lot of people when these pictures first started popping up on social media as well, seeing from far away something burning in Wrightsville Beach. I saw that thick gray smoke for miles before I got here. People thinking, what is burning? What is going up in smoke that I know? Anyone that's been to the beach for years or who lives here knows that with each passing season, also the years change. But it's nice to come back to something familiar, something that seems just very comfortable. And for a lot of people, this stretch of Wrightsville Beach is just that. In fact, I spoke with a woman earlier this afternoon who says it was very difficult to see what really was a part of her childhood going up in smoke.
Kings Beach Wear has been there for a really long time. I used to come there when I was a little girl, and I think it's really a hit for the beach to lose a historic building of this significance.
So again, a very difficult day for a lot of people, and there were a lot of people here, you can tell over the next couple of days, even with the road closure, who are going to be here snapping those pictures. This fire, unfortunately, being a little landmark tourist attraction over the next couple of days. People snapping a picture, putting it on Facebook saying, I remember when. Two very different stories here as well. I posted on my WECT Facebook page. Two stories, two worlds away, just 200 feet apart. You could tell all the locals who were here snapping the pictures with tears in their faces, the people who are here on vacation, maybe for a long extended weekend, well, they had their backs to the fire, not 200 feet away, staring at the ocean, what brought them here in the first place, not taking a moment for granted this weekend. Reporting live in Wrightsville Beach, Bill Murray, WECT News.